Join me as I take on the challenge of connecting the ESP8266 Nodemcu to a 16:2 LCD I2C display and see if I can get it to work flawlessly. In this video, you'll discover how to interface the ESP8266 Nodemcu with a 16:2 LCD I2C display, showcasing its capabilities and potential applications. Many beginners struggle with displaying data from their microcontrollers, and it's easy to see why. There are so many different display options available, each with their own quirks and difficulties. One common problem is dealing with a limited number of pins on the microcontroller, and figuring out how to connect the display without using up too many valuable resources. Another issue is getting the display to work in the first place, which can be a frustrating and time-consuming process. That's why today, we're going to focus on making this process as simple and accessible as possible. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to connect your ESP8266 Nodemcu to a 16:2 LCD I2C display, and how to start displaying your own data. The benefits of using an I2C display are clear. It only requires 2 pins from the microcontroller, leaving the rest free for other uses. This makes it ideal for projects where space is limited, or where you need to connect multiple devices to the same microcontroller. I2C displays also tend to be more compact and energy efficient, making them perfect for battery-powered projects. But despite these advantages, many beginners struggle to get started with I2C displays, simply because they don't know where to begin. That's why we're going to take it step by step, starting with the wiring and moving on to the coding. We'll also take a look at some of the key libraries and functions you'll need to get everything working smoothly. By the time we're finished, you'll be displaying your own data on the LCD in no time. Let's get started. The first step is to connect the LCD display to the ESP8266 Nodemcu. This is relatively straightforward, as the display only has 4 pins: VCC, GND, SDA, and SCL. The VCC pin goes to the 3.3 volts pin on the Nodemcu, the GND pin goes to ground, and the SDA and SCL pins connect to the corresponding pins on the Nodemcu. Next, we need to install the necessary libraries and get our code set up. We'll be using the Liquid Crystal I2C library, which is a popular and well-documented choice for working with I2C displays. We'll also need to include the wire library, which is used to communicate with the I2C bus. Once we've got our libraries installed, we can start setting up our display. This involves initializing the display, setting the backlight, and clearing the screen. We'll also take a look at how to define our own custom characters, and how to use them to create more complex displays. As we start putting it all together, you'll see just how easy it is to get your ESP8266 Nodemcu working with a 16:2 LCD I2C display. We'll start by displaying some simple text, and then move on to more complex projects that show off the capabilities of the Nodemcu. Watch as we successfully display information on the LCD for the first time, demonstrating the real-time capabilities of the Nodemcu. This is where the project really starts to come alive, as we see the text and characters we've created appearing on the screen. As we display more and more complex data, you'll start to see the true potential of this setup. Whether you're building a weather station, a robot, or just a fun project, the ability to display real-time data is incredibly powerful. We're getting close to the finish line, and it's time to take a step back and look at what we've achieved. We've successfully connected the ESP8266 Nodemcu to a 16:2 LCD I2C display, and we've learned how to display our own data on the screen. From here, the possibilities are endless. To wrap up, we'll summarize the steps taken and the importance of using I2C for simplifying connections between devices. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I hope you've learned something new and useful. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments, and check out my other videos for more fun projects with the ESP8266.